Welcome everyone. Well, we have been reading a lot of books with regard to our gods, like Ramayana, for instance, where Lord Rama is worshipped as an avatar of God. And on the other hand, Ravana is literally evil incarnate. But let's have a completely different perspective over here. I was touched by Ravana's words while I was reading this book on him, and I just wanted to tell and talk about it a little bit more. So, here, the condition at the moment is when Ravan has been slain by Lord Rama and he's almost dying. So, that's exactly the time when this kind of a monologue, and this is what Ravana is thinking at the moment. And here we begin. So now Ravana is speaking. Tomorrow is my funeral. I do not know if they will bury me like a mangy dog or whether I will get a funeral fit for an emperor. But it does not really matter. I can hear the scuffing sounds made by the jackals. They are busy eating my friends and family. Something scurried over my feet. What was that? I haven't got the strength to raise my head. Bandicoots, big, dark, hairy rats. They conquer the battlefields after foolish men have finished their business of killing each other. It is a feast day for them today, just as it has been for the past 11 days. The stench is overpowering, with the stink of putrefying flesh, pus, blood, urine, and death. The enemies and ours. But it does not matter. Nothing matters now. I will pass out soon. The pain is excruciating. His fatal arrow struck my lower abdomen. I'm not afraid of death. I have been thinking of it for some time now. Thousands have been slain over the last few days. Somewhere in the depths of sea, my brother Kumbh lies dead, half eaten by sharks. I lit my son Meghnad's funeral pyre yesterday. Or was it the day before? I have lost all sense of time. I have lost the sense of many things. A lonely star is shimmering in the depths of the universe, like the eye of God, very much like the third eye of Shiva, an all consuming, all destroying third eye. My beloved Lanka is being destroyed. I can still see the dying embers in what was once a fine city. My capital, Trikota, was the greatest city in the world. That was before Hanuman came and set it on fire. Trikota burned for days. Shops, homes, palaces, men, women, and babies, everything burned. But we restored it. Almost every able man joined in rebuilding Trikota. Then the monkey men came with their masters and destroyed everything. Hanuman did that to us. The monkey man brought us death destruction, and defeat. I don't want to dwell on that. I should have killed him when my son captured him. Instead, I listened to my younger brother who plotted against me. But treason and betrayal is nothing new in the Asuras. I was naive. I foolishly believed that I would always be loved by my brothers and my people. I never imagined that I would be betrayed. I feel like laughing, but it's not easy to laugh when one's guts lie spread around like a wreath. Sounds of joy flowed down to me from my city. The enemy is celebrating his victory. The monkey men will be busy plundering Trikota. My temples will be looted, the granaries torched, and schools and hospitals burned. That's how victory parties are. We have done that and worse to many Deva villages when the goddess of victory was my consort. Some monkeys must have entered my harem. I hope my queen has the sense to jump from a cliff before anything happens. I can't control anything now. I can feel the hot breath of death on my face. The jackals have come. Which part of my body will they eat first? Perhaps my guts, as they are still bleeding? What if a part of my breastplate chokes a jackal? I chuckle at the thought. A jackal sinks his teeth into my cheek and rips off a chunk of flesh. That's it. I've lost this bet too. They have started from my face. Rats are nibbling my toes. I, Ravana, have come a long way. Now I do not have anything left to fight for except this little battle with the jackals. Tomorrow there will be a procession through the streets. They'll raise my head on a pole and parade it through the same roads that saw me racing by in my royal chariot. My people will throng to watch this spectacle with horror and perverted pleasure. I know my people well. It will be a big show. One thing I cannot understand is why Rama came and stood over me after I had fallen. He stood there as he was bestowing his blessings on me. He said to his brother that I was the most learned man in the world and a great king, and one could learn the art of governance from me. I almost laughed out loud. I had governed so well that my empire lay shattered all around me. I could smell the burning corpses of my soldiers. I could feel my Meghnad's cold and lifeless body in my arms even now. The acrid air of a smouldering Trikota smothered my senses. I could not save my people from these two warriors and their monkey men. And he was saying I was a great ruler? I could appreciate the irony of it. I wanted to laugh at my enemy, laugh at the foolish men who trusted me and who were now lying all around, headless, limbless, and lifeless. I wanted to laugh at the utopian dreams of equality for all men on which I had built an empire. It was laughable indeed. But that was no way for an emperor to die. I have worked hard and fought with the gods and their chosen men. I doubt if heaven has a place for people who die of laughter. Then, just as suddenly as it had started, The rats and jackals scurried away. A shadow darker than the dark night fell upon me. A dark head with curly hair blocked the lonely star from my view. Is it Kala, the god of death, who has come to take me away? I struggled to open my eyes wider, but dried blood held my eyelids together. Is it one of Rama's lowly servants who has come to sever my head and take it back as a trophy? I want to look him in the face. I want to look into his eyes, unwavering and unflinching in my last moments. Something about that head and curly hair reminds me of my past. Do I know him? He leans down and looks at my face. Ah, it is Bhadra, my friend. Perhaps the only friend left, but I do not know if I can call him my friend. He was my servant, a foot soldier to start with. Then he got lost somewhere along the way. He strolled in and out of my life, was sometime missing for years altogether. Bhadra had access to my private camp when I was the head of a troop that resembled a wayside gang of robbers rather than a revolutionary army. Then he had the access to my private chambers when I was the king of a small island. Finally, he had access to my bedroom when I was ruling India. More than that, Bhadra had access to the dark corners of my mind, a part that I hid from my brothers, my wife, my lover, my people, and even from myself. What is Bhadra doing here? But why am I surprised? This is just the place for people like him who move around in the shadows. I can hear him sobbing. Bhadra getting emotional? He was never angry, sad, or happy. He acted as if he was very emotional now. But I knew he had no emotions, and Bhadra was aware that I knew. Bhadra, carry me away from here. Take me away too. My strength failed me. Actually, I don't know whether the words actually left me or died a silent death somewhere in my throat. Bhadra shook his head. I was cold, extremely cold. My life was ebbing out of me. Then Bhadra hugged my head to his bosom. I could smell his sweat. Pain shot through me from every angle and spread its poisonous tentacles into my veins. I moaned. Bhadra laid me back on the wet earth, wet from my blood, the blood of my people, the blood of my dreams, and the blood of my life. It was over. A sense of sadness and emptiness descended on me. I will complete your work, Your Highness. Do not worry. Go in peace. I will do it for our race. My methods may be different, even ignoble, compared to yours. I too was once a warrior, but I have grown old. Arms frighten me now. I'm terrified of war. I can't even hurt a child. Nevertheless, my methods are deadly. I will get revenge for you, me and our blighted race. Rama won't go free for what he has done to us. Believe me and go in peace. I did not hear most of the things Bhadra said. Strangely, however, I was soothed and slipped away from this foul smelling Asura and drifted back to my childhood. A thousand images rushed to me, my early struggles, the pangs of love and abandonment, separation, battles and wars, music and art. They flashed through my mind in no particular order, making no sense, meaningless like life itself. I sensed Bhadra bowing down to touch my feet, then walking away. Bhadra, I wanted him to come, take me to some doctor who would put my intestines back, fit my dangling left eye back into its socket, and somehow blow life into my body. I wanted to withdraw to the Sahaya's forest in the mainland and start a guerrilla war, as Mahabali had done years ago. I wanted to start again. I wanted to make the same mistakes, love the same people, fight the same enemies, befriend the same friends, marry the same wives, and sire the same sons. I wanted to live the same life again. I didn't want the seat Rama had reserved for me in his heaven. I only wanted my beautiful earth. I knew such things were not going to happen. I was 60, not 16. If I lived, I would be one-eyed, dirty old beggar in some wayside temple with stinking tattered clothes, a long way from what I was once. I wanted to die now. I wanted this to end. I wanted to go away. Let the burning cities take care of themselves. Let the asuras fight their own wars and be damned along with the devas. I only wanted to return to my childhood and start over again. Every single damn thing. Again and again and again. Oh God, that was so touching. The way he talked and the way he recounted his last moments. I hope you all enjoyed. So, this was Ravan talking to each one of you. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you do subscribe and share this.